She's a health coach, blogger, and author of Wandering Palette. Joining me now is Erica Schlick. Good morning.
Good morning.
So give our viewers a quick gist of what Wandering Palette is. It's kind of a travel journal, kind of a recipe book.
Absolutely. So Wandering Palette is my cookbook, and it's a 28-day meal plan of travel-inspired meals. And I was very sick with Lyme disease for about 6 years, and diet was one of the biggest things that I changed in the beginning and actually still keeps me in remission today. So it's super healthy food, it's anti-inflammatory, and these are a lot of foods that I ate on my travels, but now that I have a more restricted diet, I had to modify things a little bit, so this is a way to still enjoy those foods and be healthy and enjoy what you're eating.
Is that an herb garden behind you?
That is my herb garden. I just planted it about 6 weeks ago.
Wow, it's doing well. It's flourishing. So explain to me the difference between, at least health-wise, and flavor-wise, if you'd like, between dry herbs and fresh herbs.
Absolutely. Well, fresh herbs are going to be full of nutrients, and what happens with dry herbs is a lot of times they irradiate the herbs to prevent any mold and bacteria from growing in it when it's on store shelves. So you're losing a lot of those amazing nutrients and vitamins and things that are going to keep you really healthy where you eat them fresh.
Makes perfect sense. And dry herbs just don't have the same?
They just don't have the same flavor. There's nothing like coming out to your garden and picking some fresh herbs and putting that in your food. It makes it so zesty and delicious.
I have some oregano in my landscape, and I love just wandering over when I'm grilling, grabbing some. I'm washing it off a lot better now than I used to. Just plucking it straight from the garden. So how do herbs get incorporated with the book?
I use them in a lot of my recipes, so sometimes I use them in my meat. I have a really great lamb kofta that uses a whole bunch of parsley and some mint and fresh dill in it. I love to use fresh dill on my seafood, and I have a ton of salad dressing recipes. So, you know, a lot of times the store-bought dressings are filled with bad oils and dried herbs and a bunch of other fillers that you don't need, but I love to use fresh herbs and mix it with some lemon, olive oil, so I have a variety of those as well that are really delicious.
Are there some herbs that are way more versatile in recipes than others?
You know, it really depends on what you're cooking. I think dill is a pretty neutral one that can go with a lot of different things. I also really love parsley. Parsley is so good for your immune system. It's an A-C-K. I make a chimichurri sauce with it every time I have a steak, which is delicious. So it's a great way to get some extra vitamins in there. So I like parsley. I tend to use that a lot. I also really love mint. So mint's a pretty versatile one. You can do that, you know, with something that's more like a dessert, or you can also do it with a meat, or, you know, make something with lamb or something more savory with it as well.
Or muddle it in a cocktail if you want to do that.
Muddle it in a nice little delicious mojito with fresh mint.
So how easy is herb gardening?
You know, I didn't have any planting experience or gardening experience, so we just planted this, you know, when the stay-at-home orders kind of started. It was a nice little project, and it has been so easy. We haven't had any issues with insects, fortunately. We water them. It's very easy. As you can see, they're really flourishing. We also planted some tomatoes that have been doing great, and tomatoes are my other favorite food other than fresh herbs. And we planted a lettuce garden with some kale and different romaines that have been really fun to grow, and, you know, be able to come out and harvest our salad and make a dressing with fresh herbs, and it's right out of our garden.
And then it grows right back too. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. The more you cut it, the more it grows. So
how critical is the eating clean and using fresh ingredients to combating the Lyme disease?
It's absolutely critical. It was one of the first things that I did to change my recovery. I was actually diagnosed with celiac disease first before I even knew I had Lyme, so diet was very important. And I've been in remission for about 4 years, but the one thing that is constant is eating super healthy. So I tend to eat organic foods, only whole foods, very, very few things that are in a package other than a few condiments or things like that, and sticking to wild fish, grass-fed meats, and a lot of produce.
If people were still nervous about starting an herb garden, are there a couple of them that tend to be a little bit easier and foolproof?
Well, as you can tell from the ones that are really flourishing here, this is the dill. So the dill is like kind of a weed, so that one grows very easy. And the basil and the parsley have been pretty easy to grow too. But I also have some thyme, sage, oregano, and lavender. And so far, it's all been pretty easy. So these get a lot of sun for the day. So I would say make sure that they're getting a good amount of sun. And then the other thing is some herbs tend to do better with more wet soil. Apologies for something. They tend to do better with wet soil versus dry soil. So just making sure you plant that correctly is a good idea.
I don't think you're an herb gardener. I think you're a farmer. Where can we get the Wandering Palette?
I'm a city girl. This is my first dab, my first dabble in it.
Where can we get the Wandering Palette?
So you can get it on my website. It's thetrailtohealth.com, and you can also find it on Amazon.
Erica, thank you so much. We'll put that link on indystyle.tv. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Have a good day.